Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to a long, delayed episode of Draw Something. So I took the last 2 weeks off. The first week, a couple weeks ago, I took the week off for Father's Day. I was making a Father's Day card. And then last week, I was on vacation at a family reunion in Idaho. So if you might be able to see my skin peeling. I got pretty badly sunburnt. It was pretty hot in Idaho. But, that aside, let me go ahead and bring up tonight's theme, which is Watch Out for Song Titles! This is my 9th time doing song titles as a theme, so just going strong. Virgo's calling me out for slacking. I mean, I can't deny that. I guess I could have done my drawing stream from Idaho. I just felt like it might be a little cumbersome, but my dad also did his stream in Idaho, so I guess I really am just a slacker. I'm not as committed as he is. But yeah, welcome Virgil to the show. All right, so I'm doing drawing song titles tonight, and I'm gonna start things off with a very interesting choice. This was a song that was performed at Eurovision, the song music competition in Europe earlier this year. It is, this was Norway's entry. It was called Give That Wolf a Banana. If you haven't heard this song, definitely go look it up on YouTube. It is a riot. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be starting off with tonight. But this is a by request show, so if you have a song title you think would make for a funny drawing, go ahead and drop it in the chat. And I will get on it. I'll add it to my list. More than likely, I will just... I tend to get kind of carried away with these drawings, so I don't want to keep you waiting for too long. So if you drop a request in the chat, I'll more than likely put off the drawing I'm currently working on and then just do yours, so I don't keep you waiting forever. But yeah, for right now, let me go ahead and do Give That Wolf a Banana by Subwoofer. That's Subwoofer with an L added to it. Really, it's the craziest thing. Definitely go watch it when you get the chance. Alright, so I'm also going to look up a reference picture, because as well as just performing the song, they also wore these pretty sick outfits. They were like these, you know, big, bright yellow, wolf-like helmets. And they were in, suits and ties. It was quite the spectacle. So I'm gonna replicate that here in the drawing. But basically, all you really need to know for this particular drawing is the song includes the refrain, "Before that wolf eats my grandma, give that wolf a banana." So essentially, it's I'm gonna draw one wolf giving another wolf basically shoving a giant banana right in their mouth to keep them from eating their grandma. The other wolf's grandma. This can be really confusing. Wolf number one's grandma, so wolf number one shoves a banana in wolf number two's mouth to keep wolf number two from eating grandma. That being wolf number one's grandma. Did that come out making sense? Probably not. Ah, Mike Brady, I was hoping you'd be here for this one. Welcome to the show. So right now I'm just drawing this wolf right here. And also I should also mention in the song this wolf ends up going by two different names. Like he's initially named Keith, but then his name gets changed to Jim. So I'm going to also include that in the drawing. Put a nice little name tag here. Kind of a large name tag just so it's readable. You belong to the... You know what? Mike Brady, I'll try and give that a shot. Also, I have a standing request for the lovely Mrs. DJ from the last song title stream I did that I was going to go ahead and do tonight if she was watching. That being Blue Suede Shoes. I came up with a pretty funny drawing for that one that I think will be fun to draw. Initially, I had him, the wolf, with his arms laying straight down. That's, not quite the right reaction. I think it would be more appropriate for his arms to be like, ugh! So just have him, like, spread out. Like he's, you know, super shocked at this giant fruit being shoved in his mouth. Alright, Mike Brady, sure, I'll do that. Me and you and the man on the moon. Planetary 121, that's an excellent question. Let me add it to my list and we might find out. Also, welcome. And I also forgot to give DJ Mike Brady a shout out. I apologize for that. I might be a little out of practice, having not done this in 2 weeks. DJ Mike Brady is a great DJ here on Twitch. He does a show every week called the Thursday Night Quarantine Party. It's 3 hours of non-stop music. It goes from 8 p.m. Pacific to 11 p.m. Pacific every Thursday. So he's got week 116 coming up tomorrow. So definitely go give him a follow if you're into that kind of thing, which you should be. And Mike Brady suggests, on a similar note, me and you and a dog named Boo. I have to admit, that was kind of what popped into my head when I read the title Planetary dropped in the chat. So let me add both of those to my list. Alright, me and you and the man on the moon, me and you and a dog named Boo. You know, those are so similar, I almost wonder if I could combine the two of them into one drawing. As I said, yeah, the wolves in the video were, the performance, I should say, were wearing fancy suits and ties, so I'll definitely include that here. Also, I'll start actually tracing this over so it'll be easier to see. Mike Brady, okay, I'll take that as a yes. So also the shades that he's this wolf is wearing, or Jim is wearing, they just fly off in shock as this banana falls in his mouth. The Screaming Cowboy in the Sky song. Wow, I'm learning so much today. For go, I'll add it to my list. Yeah, Mike Brady, that is a deep cut. I'd never heard of that. Try and fit this in here. Kind of do the classic style, hello, my name is, name tag. I think actually for just to play it safe, I'm going to go ahead and do like a zoom in on it. So a little circle here, and then I'll draw a bigger circle here to kind of show the zoom in that's happening. I mean, Fergal, if I just drew a screaming cowboy in the sky, I think that would make for a perfectly good drawing. I'd say that's like right in line with the stuff I usually draw on this show. Writing the name Keith, and then promptly crossing it out because his name is not Keith, it is now Jim. Yum, yum, says the giant banana. Mike Brady, I would say they're louder. These are the same tunes I've been using since January. Actually, some of them earlier than that. Some of them I've been using since I started the stream in March 2021. I did create that new playlist that I used for a few weeks, but after a few weeks of it, I kind of wanted to go back to this one. Good, Mac Brady. I'm glad you like it. This particular track is called Ratatouille's Kitchen. Okay, so yum, yum. There we go. Also noticing that it's hard to get the whole drawing on the screen at once. That's a little... that watch out for song titles banner is kind of blocking out the top of it, but if I move it up, but if I move it down, it, I don't know. Might have not positioned the camera correctly. Okay, sorry, rambling. Okay, so let me go ahead and draw this other wolf here who's protecting his dear old grandma. Saying, "You will not eat my grandma, so have a banana." I mean, honestly, I'm not even entirely sure if this is what happened in the context of the song. Maybe both the wolves were going to eat the grandma, but I'm going for, you know, the, I guess, friendlier version of the story where the wolf leads him to his grandma only to, you know, backstab him at the last minute and say, "Nope, you're not getting my grandma, so have a banana." Because, you know, he's a good wolf and he loves his grandma, so... Again, though, maybe in the actual context of the song when it was written, they were thinking, oh, they're gonna both eat his grandma. I don't know, I'm just taking my own creative spin on it. Frugal, they absolutely do. Good point. Even bright yellow, oddly shaped canines with sunglasses need potassium. A banana costume. Yeah, I can totally do that. I already had the idea of having her be like just, you know, like this wolf, but with an old lady wig on her. But I could up the ante and put her in a banana costume as well. That would make it even better. Planetary 121 whipping out the Taco Tuesday emotes. Awesome. And Mike Brady whipping out the Blazing Hippo and Fancy Giraffe emotes. You will not eat my grandma. Have a banana. And then, yeah, per Mike Brady's suggestion, I will put Grandma Wolf in a banana costume. And also I'll give her sunglasses too, but they'll be more like the, you know, kind of old lady round sunglasses. And of course, gotta draw her in the banana costume. Hoping I get the banana shape right. I might be a little off. Oh, hold on. There we go. And of course, I'll also give him some striped stockings. This, go ahead and give like these, you know, scalloped, give the scallop trim to the sleeves. Maybe add some polka dots. And yeah, I think that'll probably do it. Yep, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. I'll go ahead and bring up the close-up view. And also put it on camera so you can see the whole thing. There we go. Yum, yum. Alright, so there's the first drawing for tonight. Off to a good start, I think. Mike Brady, I'm glad you like it. Alright, so I think next up I'm going to go ahead and take on the standing request for lovely Mrs. DJ. Blue Suede Shoes by the man himself, Elvis Presley. Second here. Oh, I should probably update the title on the screen too. And then go ahead and do that. Alright, so, of course, this is a very classic song, and it wasn't originally recorded by Elvis Presley. It was actually recorded by, Carl something or other. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly. I think his last name started with a P. But then it was recorded by Elvis, like, I think a year later, or less than a year later, and of course his version became super popular. Carl Perkins. Thank you, Mike Grady, for filling in the gap there. So, of course, the song can basically be summed up as Elvis saying you can pretty much do anything to him, just don't step on his blue suede shoes. And he says, like, literally anything. You can do anything to him. You can beat him up, you can steal his car, you can drink his liquor. Just don't step on his blue suede shoes. Fergal, that might be an alternate timeline you're thinking of there. Okay, so, go ahead and... show Elvis here. Gonna have him holding, embracing, and kissing his prized shoes. But of course, that's just the start of it. There's gonna be much more coming. This is just where I'm starting. Of course, I'm doing his hair super fancy and in his usual pompadour. It should actually be a little more rough, because this is gonna be after all the things that happened in the song have already happened to him. Really, a 1912C? Okay, so yes, definitely an alternate timeline. Or there was some big technological revolution that no one else knows about but Fergal. So yeah, you have Elvis here lying on the ground. He's got a footprint on his face, because as he says in the song, you can step on my face, you can knock me down, but don't touch my blue suede shoes. But we're just getting started here. There's so much more that he gets put through, at the expense of, you know, keeping his suede shoes untouched. Because that's really the most important. Right? But yeah, he's knocked to the ground, he has a footprint on his face. Let me go ahead and also add in some signs that have Elvis's name on them. problem being they're X'd out. Which, of course, is referring to the part of the song where he says, "You can slander my name." But he doesn't just say that, he says, "You can slander my name all over the place." So I'll go ahead and put some other Elvis signs that have his name on them that are also X'd out. There is a lot of Elvis slandering going on down here. But again, he still has the shoes. That's the most important thing. Long gone like a turkey through the corn. Boy, Planetary, you're pulling out some big ones tonight. Let me go ahead and add that to my list. And you know what? I just realized I was gonna start putting the actual song title on the drawings when I drew them, so let me go ahead and add that to this one really quick. Give that wolf a banana. There we go. Alright, so we got a couple of X'd out Elvis signs lying around. And I'll go ahead and draw his house, which has been set on fire. Of course, have some smoke coming out of it. Alright, and another part of the song is him saying, "You can drink my liquor out of an old fruit jar." So let me go ahead and add that in. Go ahead and rotate this a bit so I can write this on here. Pretty much all the liquor is gone. There's just that little drop dripping out of it. And then finally, to cap it all off, we have his car being stolen and driven away by somebody. I don't know who. Somebody who didn't pay attention to the lyrics of the song, clearly. So, there you go. Elvis has his name slandered all over the place. He's got his house burned. He had his liquor drunken out of an old fruit jar. He got himself knocked down. He got stepped on his face. And someone stole his car. But thank goodness he still has his blue suede shoes. For the lovely Mrs. DJ. Twitch. 6/29/22. Initial it. And let me go ahead and bring up the close-up view. Oh, and of course, since it's Elvis we're talking about, I gotta, give him some glitter on his suit. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I got a good stack of requests lined up. Let me go ahead and look and see which one I'm going to tackle first. Mike Brady, thank you. Alright, so let's see. We got You Belong to the City, Me and You and the Man on the Moon, which I'm going to combine with Me and You and a Dog Named Boo. A song called Big Enough for Fergal that has a singing cowboy in the sky. And Planetary 121 just dropped in Long Gone Like a Turkey Through the Corn. I think the one that I probably have the clearest picture of for something right now is the Me and You and Dog Named Boo on the Man of the Moon. So let me go ahead and add that in. Hold on a second. Pardon that awkward clipping there. I'll go ahead and fix that. There we go. Alright, so... Me and You and a Dog Named Boo. So I could just go the very straightforward route and just have a guy, two guys, or a man and a woman with the labels Me and You, and then have the moon between them. Maybe they're in outer space, and the dog. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put them in outer space. I think that'll add an unexpected twist. I think I'm going to have the moon in the middle, just to kind of have that be the center of the drawing. Okay. Sorry, just figuring out what I'm doing here. I could just have a cute scene of them just playing instruments, like maybe one of them has a guitar, one of them has a harmonica. Might be a little hard to play the harmonica through a space helmet. Maybe one's a guitar, one's a banjo. I don't know. So I'm drawing the this guy here, who's of course going to be me. Not actually me, but just his name is me. He's labeled me. He's playing the guitar. I'll go ahead and draw you. Not you, but, you know, her label is you. Her name tag says you. And, like I said, I guess I'll have her playing the banjo. Actually, no, I don't really like how that mustache turned out. Let me go ahead and change that. There we go. Drew a little American flag insignia on his spaceman suit. His space suit, sorry, that was a weird way of putting it. So yeah, we got a nice little, I guess you could call it a jamboree happening in outer space of all places. I think that does it for you. So I got me and you drawn. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on Boo. Yeah, and Boo should also definitely be playing an instrument. I'll just go ahead and do a kind of a weird thing and have throw in some bongos. Because why not? Seems like, you know, one of the ideal things that a dog could play, you know. Just, you know, rapping its paws on the drums. So I'll go ahead and do that. Boo. And, you know, I just realized this actually combines the, my last two themes that I did for this show, together My last drawing stream, I did a theme. The theme was dogs, and the week before that, it was musical instruments. So this has both. Alright, so for the man in the moon, I'm gonna go ahead and draw, well, a man who's in the moon. And while I didn't think the harmonica would work for me or you, or even Boo, because they're all wearing space helmets, the man in the moon doesn't require a space helmet, so he's perfect for playing the harmonica. Trying to make this not look too much like a chocolate chip cookie. These are just craters. On the moon. Then go ahead and add some music notes to, add the music. Be a little awkward if they were playing these instruments and there were no music notes. Alright, so I think that'll probably do it. We got me and you and a dog named Boo and the man in the moon. He's actually like coming out of the moon. When I color this in, he'll be the same color as the moon, but he's a man, but he's within the moon. He just pokes out of the moon to play the harmonica to join the jamboree going on here in outer space. But yeah, I think that'll probably do it. Check something here. Oh! I just realized I accidentally misread it as man in the moon, when it's actually supposed to be man on the moon. So I can leave it, or do you want me to maybe like change it so it's just a man on the moon, or should I just leave it? Fergal, I didn't... Alright. I guess if you say so, let's go back to the splash screen. We'll start this over again. Hey there, good evening. Welcome to this week's episode of Draw Something. My name's Andy, and I'll be doing song titles tonight. Actually, more specifically, the theme name is going to be Watch Out for Song Titles. Rose Rebel, welcome to the chat, to this show that is clearly starting, even though I already have a finished drawing here on the screen. This is the beginning of the stream. This didn't happen. And Rose Rebel, I think that's the man in the mirror that you're thinking of. Alright, I can't keep with the charade too much longer. I just thought that would be funny to do. So Fergal, do you want me to change the drawing, or you want to just keep it as is? Let me know. Also, Rose Rebel, welcome to the show. Sorry, I forgot to give you an official welcome before answering your question. Let me go ahead and bring up the close-up view while I wait for Fergal to respond. Oh, Fergal, you're absolutely right. This was actually Planetary 121 in DJ Mike Brady's. Oops. I'll go ahead and fix that. Wow, made a couple mistakes on this drawing, but it's alright. It is a live show after all. Okay, Planetary 121 and DJ Mike Brady on Twitch. There we go, that's better. Right. Cowboy in the Sky. Got it. Well, you know what? I already did a mashup of two different songs. Why not throw a typo into the mix and just kind of change the whole trajectory of the drawing by just altering one letter. One little tiny letter. I think I'm good with it. Alright, so there we go, and it looks like by my watch it's now 8 o'clock. I've been doing this for an hour. Very cool. Alright, so let's see here. Mike Brady requested You Belong to the City. Fergal requested Big Enough, the Screaming Cowboy in the Sky. But I think I'm going to actually throw in one of my own... I'm going to do one of my own prompts next. Rose Rebel, yeah, I think I'm familiar with that one. Or I figured there was a folk song called Man in the Moon. I thought I remembered that. Alright, let me go ahead and update the title here on screen to the next song I'm going to go ahead and draw, which is Neutron Dance, the classic by the Pointer Sisters, famously featured in Beverly Hills Cop. So I'm starting out by drawing a Neutron, who I'm going to draw in a second. He's trying to attract a beautiful proton he finds at the subatomic dance hall. Because we're talking about, you know, subatomic particles here. Neutrons and protons. The more I'm adding to this proton character, it looks like she's a superhero. That was not the intention, that was just kind of how it turned out looking. But yeah, he's trying to woo this proton by doing the Neutron Dance. And also gonna just add a kind of a weird random little touch here. So if you remember back about 20 years ago, man, on Nickelodeon there was a cartoon called The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. That was where I was introduced to the word neutron. So I'm going to give the neutron in this drawing Jimmy Neutron's hair. This is kind of a funny little extra detail. So we're going to start tracing this over. Alright, so I had to look this up because I, had maybe lost a bit of this knowledge from, what was it, chemistry class? How, protons have positive charge and neutrons have, no charge. I remembered that part. The part I didn't remember is how they had to exchange, electrons to kind of, to be attracted to each other. So ultimately what the Neutron Dance is comprised of is the neutron kind of tossing around or juggling around its electrons. And then that attracts the female proton to do the same thing. She kind of is like, oh, let's exchange some electrons. And in doing so, it forces them together. Which is how it works in actual chemistry. Protons and neutrons become connected when the different charge between the two forces them together, creates a force that pulls them together. Getting really scientific up in here. So yeah, between the circle shapes and the letters, these are definitely looking like M&Ms. I mean, in diagrams, protons and neutrons are shown as circular, or spherical, I guess. And I figured the only way to really be able to tell them apart would be to put like a P or an N on them. It just ultimately ends up making them look more like M&Ms. Just really, 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 really tiny M&Ms. Write the sign here, Subatomic Dance Hall. So there we go. He's sliding in to, you know, be like, yeah, look, or not like that, like kind of just a suave, yeah, look at me, I'm handsome, I'm cool. Fergal, I wouldn't count on that. I took 3 courses of physics when I was in college. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I mean, I guess without the the pressure of having to do a test, doing those exams, it might not be so bad, but it was a lot to process. So I guess, I mean, I don't know, I'll consider it. But yes, typically for those who are just watching or tuning in for the first time, I have started doing cooking streams, and also retro gaming streams. I think, I haven't fully decided this yet, but I think Friday for retro gaming I'm going to do New Adventure Island for the TG16, TurboGrafx 16. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I've had other stuff I've been thinking about, so I haven't really had time to think about the retro gaming stream. Yeah, Fergal, it's so overwhelming. The only thing that was more frustrating I dealt with in college than physics was calculus, because, oh gosh, calculus. Okay, back on track. Yeah, Fergal, no kidding. A class I will be more than happy to never take again. I mean, maybe there's like little bits of it that I've applied in real life since I took those classes, but I don't know. Basically, I could sum up calculus as basically being, solving a calculus problem was basically spending like a half hour writing out a huge wall of writing, and if you made one little mistake, you basically, you know, ruined the entire rest of the process. You had to start all the way over from where you messed up. It was painful. I would just be writing these really, really long equations and having to, you know, just work through it and work through it and work through it and work through it. Yeah, not fun. So there we go. Drew the electrons that are kind of, you know, flying around him, hizzle and thizzle here and there, hither and thither. That's what I meant to say. So there we go. He's dancing, bringing out his electrons, summoning his electrons. And now the proton's gonna be like, "Ooh, I like that dance. I like your style." Something like that. And she'll go ahead and summon her electrons, and then they'll exchange them, and then be locked into a romantic gesture. A kiss, so to speak. So yeah, drawing the female proton, you know, now, you know, joining in the dance. She wasn't convinced before when he first slid up. She was like, "Oh, please." But once he started showing his moves, she was kind of like, "Oh, I like this guy." So she's gonna start dancing along with him. Is this weird? Is this too weird? Maybe this is too weird. I mean, I draw some weird stuff on this show, but I mean, sometimes I might cross over into too weird territory. Let me know if this is too weird. Alright, well, it looks like the view count is staying fairly consistent, so it must not be too weird. I'm not scaring anyone off. No. Yeah, like I said, Virgil, I mean, it'd be a pretty high bar to clear for it to be too weird for the show. But you never know. There is always a limit. So there she goes. She's passing one of her electrons over to him, which is going to create this big magnetic force that'll lock them together. Alright, so I guess I'm kind of in the middle of drawing this, drawing. Sorry, brain fart. I'll go ahead and, talk about, the movie I just saw yesterday. I finally saw the, second Top Gun movie. It looks like, I guess it's been out for about a month now, so a little late to the party, but it's made over $1 billion. It probably won't be out of theaters anytime soon. But I really liked it. If anyone else has seen it, let me know. I just watched the original Top Gun like a few weeks before, so I'm glad I did, because it made certain things in the movie make a lot more sense in context. Oh, and Virgil, I was going to mention a few minutes ago when you said last 1,000 drawings. I've actually done around, I think I'm up to like 430 or so, which is quite a bit. But I've got quite a ways to go before I get to 1,000. So yeah, there we go. The force pulls them together into a romantic kiss, and they're in love. This is totally how chemistry works. Thank you, Fergal. I mean, I usually have like an average of like 6 or 7 per stream, and this is my 59th episode of Draw Something. So, doing the math, it seems about right. Alright, there we go. Neutron Dance. Let me go ahead and bring up the close-up view. I'm just burning, doing the Neutron Dance. Alright. Let me get another clean sheet of paper out, and I'll see what my next move is going to be. Alright, so I got Give that wolf banana, got that done. Neutron Dance did that. I'll go ahead and tackle another request right now. DJ Mike Brady, I haven't seen any messages from him for a while, so I don't know if he's still watching. But I know Fergal is still here, so I'll go ahead and take on his request, that being Big Enough, or the Screaming Cowboy in the Sky drawing. Fergal, if you wouldn't mind maybe elaborating on it a little more, so I can maybe know what else to include in the drawing. Screaming Cowboy in the Sky song. You know what, actually, let me go ahead and look it up really quick. Interesting. So, Virgo, are you talking about the music video where it shows the guy singing in the clouds? Virgo, okay, well, you know the song better than I do. I've never heard of it, so it might be better if I skip this one. Alright, so let me go ahead and, I guess, do another one of my prompts. So I got a pretty diverse set of songs tonight. Let's see, I started with Subwoofer, which was this year. Then I did Blue Suede Shoes, which is from the 50s. Then I did 2 songs from, I did one, let's see, Me and You and a Dog Named Boo, I know it's from the 70s. The other one, I don't know where it's from, but it's, I'm guessing it's an older song. Last song I just did was Neutron Dance from 1984. So now we're going to go ahead and head to 1996 for some Backstreet Boys. got quit playing games with my heart. Let me move that down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so I already have it figured out what I'm going to do with this one. So I'm going to have the heart playing a nice little board game with a deep fried stick of butter. Which, not the most healthy, not the most healthy thing for your heart. So I'm going to go ahead and got them. So I got them drawn out. Got the heart. Got the deep fried stick of butter. And they're playing a board game called Congestion. It kind of fits along with other titles like Aggravation or Sorry. This one's called Congestion, which seems pretty appropriate for this. Fried stick o' butter. Virgil, I like the way you think. You know, I'm going to make the box a little bit bigger, actually. So it's a little easier to read the name. Pardon me for the shaky camera. So, it's alright. So the stick of butter is about to win the game, and the heart's, you know, kind of like, what move do I make? What move do I make to stop him? But at the last minute, the brain bursts into the room to save the day. So yeah, the brain comes in to save the day, chases the stick of butter out of the house, or body, whatever you want to call it. So there we go. Stick of butter almost beats hard in a game of congestion, but then the brain comes in to save the day. There we go. Quit playing games with my heart. Let me bring up the larger view. We also have some steam lines coming off the stick of butter. That makes the most. I feel like that makes sense. All right, so let's see how many drawings I've got so far tonight. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I do one more, I'll get to an even 6. I think that'll be a good place to stop. And I have one more prompt to go, so I'll go ahead and get that going. Let me, go ahead and update the title to Soak Up the Sun. The Sheryl Crow hit from literally 20 years ago. It came out in 2002. And I remember it being everywhere at the time. So let me go ahead and get started on this. So in this drawing, it's going to be an evil giant space sponge that literally soaks up the sun. Like, he literally soaks up the entire sun. Like I said, it's a really big sponge. And what happens from there, we'll get to that. You know what? Hold on a second. Alright, so as the Mega Absorber is approaching the sun, you can already tell the sun knows exactly what's coming. Oh, no, 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 no. so the sponge is absorbing the sun. Literally absorbing the whole sun. It's soaking it up. So he fully absorbs the sun, and now he's, you know, got this aura of sunshine around him, which sounds a lot more pleasant than what's actually going on here. He just absorbed the entire sun. So here's the big twist. After he absorbs the sun, now all the planets are gonna start orbiting around him because the sun is no longer there. He took the sun. He now basically is the sun. So all the planets are now forced to orbit around him, but he doesn't want that. But suddenly he's gonna be unable to get away from all these planets. They're just gonna follow him around everywhere, no matter where he goes. Should have thought about that first before he absorbed the entire sun. Forgot to draw the aura around him. That's very important. So there we go. He's running for his life while these planets chase after him. Come back! Alright, so there we go. I think that'll probably do it for this one. Well, let me just add some little extra, adds a little sponge, add a little sponge texture to the Great Mega Absorber. And yeah, I think that'll do it. Let me go ahead and squeeze in the title and my initials here, and the date, of course. And I'll go ahead and bring up the close-up view. So yeah, he soaks up the sun. Then all the planets start worshipping and orbiting around him. He doesn't want that, so he runs away, but he may never escape it. I mean, you soak up the sun. That means you got the sun. The sun has to be replaced, and you become the new replacement. Should have thought about that first before you decide to soak up the center of the solar system. So, alright, I think on that very bizarre note, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Of course, I'm going to do an end-of-show recap before I raid out. So let me go ahead and go back to the close-up view so I can go over all the drawings I did tonight. Alright, so starting off, I did Subwoolfers, give that wolf a banana. So we got this wolf here protecting his grandma, who is in a banana costume. Don't question anything. And this wolf named Keith, actually Jim, this wolf sticks a giant banana in his mouth, knocking him down. And he says, "You will not eat my grandma, have a banana." And the banana itself is going, "Yum, yum." Alright, next up we got Elvis's blue suede shoes. So here's Elvis kissing and holding on to his blue suede shoes. He's been knocked down. He has a footprint on his face because his face was stepped on. His name has been slandered all over the place. So you have these signs with Elvis's name on them. They have a big X over them. His house is set on fire. His liquor was drunk all out of a old fruit jar. And his car has been stolen and driven off. But at least he still has his blue suede shoes. Which is the most important thing for Elvis. Clearly. Alright, next up, this was, I guess, the first song mashup drawing. I combined Me and You and A Dog Named Boo and Me and You and the Man of... Apparently it's the Man on the Moon, but I messed it up and called it Man in the Moon. So we have Me and You. Me's playing the guitar, You's playing the banjo. Boo is playing the bongos. And the Man in the Moon is playing the harmonica. They got a whole jamboree out here in outer space. And that's pretty much all there is to say, but I like how it turned out. Alright, next up we got the Neutron Dance. Neutron, so this is at the subatomic dance hall. So Neutron, with Jimmy Neutron hair, of course, slides up to this lady proton, and he starts showing off his moves and brings out his electrons. And then the proton brings out her own electrons, joins in the dancing, and she passes on one of her electrons to him, which creates a big gravitational force that brings the two of them together in a kiss. Ah, true love. Well, Fergal, I mean, that was definitely the too weird one, but then there was the Soak Up the Sun drawing I did. Which was probably the weirdest one of tonight. But anyway, here's Quit Playing Games with My Heart. The Heart is playing a nice game of congestion. Oh, well, not really a nice game. This is actually a pretty deadly game of congestion against a deep-fried stick of butter. Butter has the Heart has only one more chance to make a move that'll stop the fried stick of butter from winning this game of congestion, which would be really bad. But before you can do that, the brain bursts in and screams, "I told you not to come around here!" And that ends the game right then and there, and the Heart is obviously very relieved. And the stick of butter is scared away, and hopefully will never come back to mess with the Heart. Also, looks like I forgot to trace over a couple things here. Must have been rushing it a bit. But there we go. Quit playing games with my heart. And then finally, probably the single weirdest drawing from tonight. Soak Up the Sun, where the Mega Absorber, the evil, devious, spongy Mega Absorber, literally soaks up the sun. He absorbs the whole thing, becomes super bright and shiny, but then all the planets in the solar system are suddenly, you know, "We live to orbit around you, oh great sun." And the Mega Absorber doesn't really like that, so he runs for his life, but the planets chase after him. Oh boy. He didn't think this through. Ah, Rahomo, great to see you here. I'm just wrapping up, but I'm glad to see you before I ended the stream. And that's a good one. Alright, well, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Let's see if I can find a raid target. Usually I raid H.R. Johnson. I'll probably do her again tonight. So let's go ahead and see her. She's a really cool artist here on Twitch. Definitely stick around and give her a follow. I don't have a raid message yet, so just go ahead and... He didn't think this... Fergal, that is 100% truth. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do here is a alternating pattern of the my fancy giraffe emote and the raid emote. So go ahead and copy that for the raid message. Until I get a real raid message, that's just what it's going to be, my raid message for now. But yeah, let's go ahead and CHR. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. Or week. Wow, I'm really fumbling over my words, as I often do. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Take care. I will be back on Friday with retro gaming, I believe. And I'll see you all later. Take care.